Hi everyone, thanks for joining. In today's video, there are a few topics I'm going to cover, and I'm also trying to break this into different chapters so it'll be easy for you guys to navigate. So the first part is around LLC and bank account and all those related stuff, and it's going to be a little specific to the US. So in your country, it may be a little different. So you'll probably need to refer that. Getting a domain, hosting it, creating a website, creating a logo, getting business cards, all that. And I'm going to talk about some of the learning methods that I've been using and my experience of some of the tools I'm using and so on. And towards the end, I'm going to talk about a little bit on the hands-on experience. Hope you'll like the video. Stick on and let's find out. Thanks. So let's talk about LLC formation and opening a business bank account, right? So LLC, like the name suggests, limited liability, it helps to kind of keep your business and personal assets separate, right? So it's pretty simple to create a, form an LLC. I went with one of these online portals that provide that, Zen Business, Northwest. I went with Zen Business. So also the advantage of going with a registered agent is you don't need to share your home address, because I'm running my business from my home. So that would become a public record if I didn't go with a registered agent. It's a yearly subscription fee, and also you have to pay the state formation fee. Apart from that, these registered agents, they'll try to upsell a bunch of things to you. Most of it you can avoid, you can do it yourself. So once you gone through these registered agent, they'll file the state formation, and within a week or 10 days I got my certificate of origination. So once you have that, you'll also need an employer identification number. So you can go to irs.gov. You can go and create, that's a self-serve, you can create your own employer identification number. Need a couple of other documents, something like an operating agreement. And all of these, you have templates on this website called LLC University, and everything is free. Download it and you can create all these documents. So with that, the next very important step is to open a business bank account. Start with a business bank account. Don't mix your personal funds. You'll still probably seed your business bank account with your personal fund, but you want to operate it separately. So in my case, I went with my personal banker where I have an account. It probably helps. So open a business bank account. Also, so at the same time, if they offer you, open a credit card, business credit card. Because what I found was, like you have your personal credit history, a business also has credit history. It makes sense to kind of start building that from day one. And if you are able to get that credit card, open that, and start using that for your whatever your expenditures or payments that you're making. Okay, let's talk about domain, website, email, hosting, all that stuff, right? So domain name is, I guess, pretty key. It's like your brand image online. So a .ai domain is very difficult at this point, in the sense it's very expensive. So I went with FutureSite AI.biz, which was comparatively cheaper. Google Workspace. So there's a monthly subscription fee. I bought it through Google Workspace. So they have Squarespace, through which they buy the domain. So that's a yearly subscription fee for the domain. Google Workspace is a monthly fee for giving you email, admin tools, and a bunch of it also comes with some other tools like Gemini or Notebook LM and so on, right? But it helps kind of give you that professional email ID. So I have a Prasanna Hariram at futuresite.ai.biz, right? So I mean, you can't have a kind of a very serious looking business with a .gmail.com, something at gmail.com, right? So hosting the website, again, there I'm with right now with gamma.app. They help create websites pretty fast and pretty good, but again it comes with some limitations there. I'm not able to integrate a custom chatbot into that website, so I'm thinking of moving it. So for now it's in gamma.app. So the next thing I did was to create a kind of logo, brand logo. um, so I went with luca.com. So anyway, I just bought a one-time logo from Luca, a pretty decent one. They give good options to kind of customize it. So I bought the logo from Luca. Then I used it to create my business cards on vistaprint.com. So yeah, those are some of the initial setup. Okay, let's talk about learning methods, right? So I went with Coursera. Is and if you take a Coursera Plus subscription, it's like fifty bucks per month. It gives you a bunch of courses that at your disposal, and I'll provide the link to the course that I started with. It's from Vanderbilt University on prompt engineering and AI assistance. So again, you can start right from the basics, like go through machine learning, coming up to large language models, and you can build that way. But that obviously takes a lot of time. So the method I've kind of chosen is, I think, what we call surface learning method, where you get to understand some of the basics of a particular topic, and then you go, try it out, try implement it or try to play with it a little more before you go very deep into it, right? So you go on a surface level on a particular topic, right? So, and I found that pretty useful because, right, the technology or the space is changing so fast, how fast you need to kind of keep upgrading yourself, right? So you do need to understand basics. What are large language models? You need to learn prompt engineering to some extent, because that's like something you use again and again, and the better you get at it, you get to your goals faster. Pick some of the basics, go try it out, come back and see what else you need to learn on it, right? That's the kind of technique I'm using. So coming back to the learning part, right? So Coursera, apart from that, there are a couple of there are a bunch of online communities where people have paid, also free learning tools, and they also build a learning community, right? Like a bunch of people like us get into it. So Skool.com, in case you've not heard before, again I'll share the link. There are a bunch of sub communities within Skool, very good sources of information. One such, I'm part of a couple of such communities within Skool.com, and they provide very good information, right? I would definitely recommend you to join some of those. Apart from that, there are a number of online AI conferences, webinars, and everybody has a secret sauce to kind of becoming AI guru. I've attended, I don't know, like 4 or 5, and some of these are like half a day sessions and multi-day things. And all of them, I learned definitely something from each of them. At the end of it, they're all trying to sell some either a tool of theirs or a product or a 6 months course. But yeah, they do charge a lot of money for that. But these 1 or 2 day conferences are free. You get to understand, and you can definitely pick up some useful information from that. So I would recommend going for that. Okay, so now for the best part, right? Best for last. So with all this setup, organizing, learning, what's come out of it that practically I've been able to do. So yeah, let me call out, right? One, this YouTuber entrepreneur called Liam Ottley. I'll provide the link in the description. And this guy has a couple of AI businesses, and he has a YouTube channel where he provides amazing information for free on YouTube, right? A bunch of videos. And the last one I followed was a 4-hour video that he made on creating AI agents. So let's talk about that, right? So we have these LLMs which are useful in so many ways. It can help you write emails, help you create content, a bunch of things that you use good prompts and you get good output that can be used. But you know beyond that, to actually do some tasks for you, it's not something that it can do on its own. So that's where AI agents come in, right? So agents are autonomous kind of assistant or semi-autonomous assistants that can actually help you do some practically useful tasks. Agents are actually autonomous in the way they work, right? You give them things to do and then they do it on their own. So important to understand the difference between automation and agents, right? So Liam posted this video like a week or 7-8 days back. It's a 4-hour video where he kind of walks you through step by step on creating 4 different kind of AI agents, right? And I followed along. It took me like almost 3 days, but I was able to actually create my own agents, right? And I can use it. I'm trying to plug it into my website. Net, I was able to kind of create. The first thing I did was in that video he explained step by step a sales agent, which, like, for people doing sales, if you, before getting into a call, you want to know about the client, what they do, or and so this agent kind of scrape through the website, goes through all his LinkedIn profile, his or her LinkedIn profile, and creates you a report, right? And an intelligent report on, hey, what are some of the talking points, what do you need to focus on, emphasis, and all that. So that's the first agent. Then there's a lead qualification agent based on responses coming in, emails coming into your website. Instead of you going through all those leads, somehow, if you want to kind of classify leads and qualify leads, so this agent does that. It kind of, as soon as you get an email, it looks at it and it kind of classifies that. Then I built a chatbot, and I also built a voice chatbot, right? And it actually works. Of course, it's not like perfect. There are some edge cases and scenarios that you'll need to kind of build into it. But basic information. If somebody goes into that and chats and asks about the services I provide, they want an instant quote, it does that, right? This is where, when you actually see things work, that's when you actually feel the power of this, right? It's amazing. So for folks who are interested, follow Liam. And there are a bunch of other YouTubers like him, but he's one I found that, and he's a young 25 odd year old guy. He's running a couple of multi-million dollar businesses, and he puts out so much free content out on YouTube, which are practical and useful. God bless this guy. He's doing a big service to a lot of people starting out like us, right? So follow him, look at his videos, and if possible, try to follow along this 4-hour video of his, and actually experiment setting up AI agents on your own. That will give you something really, a boost, that with all this initial setup and learning, this is when you actually see the rubber meeting the road. So I know this turned out to be a pretty long video. Hopefully it's useful. Hopefully you guys like it. Share, subscribe, comment on it, and till I see you guys on the next one. Take care.